Sure. I know who he is.
You know, what's so exciting, and just to give you a sense of what this event is going to be like. So one of Thomas's jobs, his responsibilities, is to increase visibility and awareness of the organization and awareness of Frederick Douglass, and then also trying to earn some money, right? All nonprofits are trying to earn. So here's what the Frederick Douglass Foundation is doing, and tell me, how cool is this? They are going to have a booth there where they're going to be selling something. I don't think you've all decided yet, right? But it's going to be period correct for that time period that Frederick Douglass led. They're going to be selling some sort of snack or something, and the folks in the booth are going to dress. Then, this is even more cool, they're going to have two spaces. In the open air space next to their booth, they have a Frederick Douglass impersonator or reenactor. And so
Frederick Douglass is.
Okay, let me tell you who Frederick Douglass was. Frederick Douglass was a slave,
right?
Who worked his tail off. Actually, he earned his way out of slavery. He bought his freedom.
Right.
Not only that, he was a advisor to two presidents. One being Abe Lincoln, and I want to say the second one was Ulysses S. Grant, but I'm not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. And here's the kicker. This was a man who actually was the father of the abolitionist movement. And he was the
father of the movement. That's what he was.
And if you look at his history and what he done, and another that we could add to that category is George Washington Carver. These were men,
the movers and the shakers.
Yes, who worked their tails off, and when they passed away, they died wealthy men. And it kind of throws a wrench into the whole notion that's perpetuated by liberals that, the man is trying to keep you down. And I'm so sick and tired of hearing that.
Yeah, it's true.
God bless you. Amen.
Yeah.
Amen.
Well, Kim, we were just having a little side text, and, you did mention something about if there's time. We can do a little overtime. We do this sometimes with our guests when we have more stuff going on than we anticipate, and there's a couple things that I wanted to get to also, not right away, but, if you're willing, we could do an extra half hour if that suits you. No pressure. If you have to go, that's fine. But if you want to hang out, we could talk.
I would love to. However, I've got some patriots in town on my rally team that are here for the NRA convention in St. Louis.
Is that right?
So I'm going to be stepping out. They've been listening to the show.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Let's say, hey, Pete Singleday.
No, that's fine. I just wanted.
No,
it's fine because I just want to run it by you just in case. But I understand you got other commitments and stuff, and we just we have 15 minutes left till the end of the show, and things get moving pretty fast here. It's amazing how fast 2 hours go by. For me, it is anyway. Every time I have a guest on,
it sounded like a long time.
It seems like it. When somebody says, when I talk to, I don't know how many different people, everybody from, Susan Cowsill to even Bill Loom and Rodney Smith. Rodney was like, 2 hours. I mean, my life I can sum up in 15 minutes. And we did overtime with Rodney because, things get rolling. You start talking about your life and about your passions and the things that interest you. And next thing you know, it's like, 2 hours isn't long enough. It just isn't. But
then again, I told you earlier on, Kim, 2 hours will just fly by, and you won't even think you've been sat there for 2 hours.
Yeah. So there you go.
I know. Yeah. And I could listen to you talk all day with your accent, just talk.
Oh, love is in the air.
I was teasing Daniel. I'm like, yeah, I'm sure you'd do well in the U.S., huh?
Oh, well, next time I'll do the interview.
Yes. Yeah. Anyway, so, but I do appreciate you taking time out and joining us this evening. And Kim,
oh my gosh.
We're looking at an election coming up, and it's an important one. And I'm just wondering, do you have any insights into what we're looking at with November coming up on us? And it's going to be here before you guys know it. Before you say Bob's your uncle. Any thoughts?
Well, I'm just a layperson like everyone else, not a pundit or reading the tea leaves. I believe, I think that unless it is stolen outright, which I never thought that I would feel that way, that was even possible. Unless it's stolen outright, I think that we can take this thing. I think that, whoever the nominee is, I think that this administration is underestimating a silent majority out here that will vote against him. And actually, in some ways, as he is more and more in our face, it makes me happy because you keep poking that, sleeping giant with a stick. And, my mother is... remember, she's the one married to Richie Cunningham and had no reason to ever doubt mainstream media because Walter Cronkite, of course, that was in the days of media with fairness doctrine and things like that. And you could do a whole program on why the media is the way it is. Is George Soros pulling some strings? Well, I'm certain he is, but I don't believe they get together in a room when we would have meetings in the morning and pitch our story ideas. There is no word coming down from on high, but it's the way it all bubbles up and comes to pass that there's such a bias. But anyway, my mother, who is 70, she's very smart, but naive, as you would expect her to be and want her to be. I don't talk politics to her, or didn't.
Yeah,
that's just. To think
I'm the same way with my mom. That's just too much. It's just too much blood pressure medicine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly, and she would think I would. My concern is she would think I had gone off the deep end, and that I'm a conspiracy theorist, and all of these kinds of things, right? And tell me to step away from the computer, like I think my children worry about me. And I say, but I love that black box. All my friends live in there.
Right. Yeah.
But I don't discuss politics. And I got from her an email the other day. That thing that we've all seen before. Obama, why is there no friends from college, no ex-girlfriends, no paperwork, birth certificate, yada, yada, yada.
Right.
She sent this to me, and so I guess it means it's making the rounds in the, I don't want to say old lady email, but but it's making the rounds in that crowd. And she had one simple question in the subject line, Kimmy, do you think this stuff is true? And I'm like, wow. When my mom is wondering, it's resonating.
Yeah.
So it's strictly anecdotal, one person, but I think there's so many of us out there.
No, that's an excellent point. I mean, really, because it's about awareness. It's about people waking up and realizing, we've got